friends. This will be a short video, but I did want to follow up and show you two more options for coloring your neurographic drawing. I hope you all are well and being creative and trying the neurographic drawing. I know I've really enjoyed working with it, and we'll bounce back and forth to this throughout the year. So I'm going to switch the camera, and if you're following along, you will need watercolor brushes or watercolor, and also some type of water-soluble medium. I'm going to be using Neocolor, the water-soluble crayons. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera overhead, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, if you remember last time, we did I did the color rendering on my neurographic drawing using pan pastels and color pencils. And at the end of the lesson, I went in with gold acrylic paint and filled in these areas with gold, representing the principle of wabi-sabi, in that if there are cracks in something, the Japanese technique of kintsugi, they would go in with a gold powder and fill in the cracks and activate it in some way so that it would hold the cup or glass or vase or whatever back together and be even stronger than it was before. And this symbolizes ourselves and how, no matter what we've been through, we can go back and either realign our neuro pathways or heal from the things that have happened to us and be stronger and be able to cope with things that happen in our lives in a different or better way. Today, excuse me, I'm going to use the watercolor brushes. And I have a number of different kinds of watercolor brushes, and I do have some water too that I'll probably be using. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to color or paint large areas in my drawing in order to make it feel more connected, more cohesive, like I'm drawing all of these things together so that I'm more connected within, and hopefully add to the balance of this piece. So I feel like working with some cool colors today, and I'm going to start with this blue. And I'm just going to go intuitively and start painting my drawing. Now, you'll see I'm going outside of the lines, and I'm not staying within the lines on this. And that tends to pull these areas together, and I'm going to be blending colors. So I've used the blue. Now I'm going to go in with a purple. These are new, so this looks pretty dark. let's see what happens here. Okay, I think that is too dark for me, so let's see if I can chase some of this color out. Okay, it's kind of staying dark. In this area, I'm working with drawing paper. I'm not working with watercolor paper. So it really absorbed into the paper, but that's okay. That's all right. Now let's see how this turns out. Let's see, I think this is a little bit of a lighter, it is a lighter color. But this is a faster way to color your page. You'll see I'm going in the same direction with all my strokes to put my initial color down. Kind of looks like tie-dye. And let's see here. Ooh. I love that. Especially over top of the purple. Okay, let's try this. Since I'm going to be working with the Neo colors on the next one, let me bring my Neo colors out. And these are the Neo Color 2 crayons. Make sure I'm in frame. And I think I'm going to go in and work with these. And I love these circles. This is shadowing my... Hear the cracking of the paper. I like that better. Let's see. Let's go in with... I want a pink or blue. Let's try pink. Okay. And a blue. And I'm kind of just letting my drawing tell me what it wants. Wow, that really transformed what I thought I didn't like into something I'm really liking. Okay, these circles are really working together. So what if I joined them and made this infinity symbol between these two, joining them together? And then go with these two. Whoops. And I have a smaller circle here. a smaller circle here. This area I'm still really not happy with. So, let's see if we can put a piece of paper on the outside here. Okay. You know, I've had this laying on my desk for a long time, and it just seems to be calling to this. And look at these lines in the background. I don't know if you can see them, but they're almost like neurographic lines. So I think that this belongs on this page. So, I love synchronicities like that, when, you know, something may have been just laying around for the longest time, waiting for its moment. And these colors just seemed to call to this piece. And I think it will be perfect for the first page of my journal. Now, do I leave it all together, or do I want to cut it up? I think I want to leave it all together. Okay. Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting this today. But that's what I love about doing this type of artwork. You know, I'm kind of getting messages all the time. And this one is really a strong one. In fact, this is the journal that I'm using. And although it's a little big, this is what I'm going to use for my cover. Now, my first page, I'm going to put Cracking Open out here and do something on my cover. I'm not sure what yet. I usually wait till the very end to do my cover. But this will be my first page in my art journal. You know, and it's funny because I didn't think I was liking this, and I ended up loving it enough to use for my first page and my cover. Okay, that's that one. Okay, this is my third one, and this one is really, really busy. And looks like I have a lot of connections in this one, but I also have a lot of these little tiny areas that I put gold on the first one that I did. So I'm going to use my Neo colors. I'm still going to be working with them. And I think in this one, I'm not going to color the whole thing because I love the black and white areas a lot. I think, and I see this flow down through the center of this drawing. So I'm just going to start coloring in these areas. And remember, you want to join 2, 3, or 4 of the areas together to start making these connections. Okay, I'm kind of picking up my palette intuitively, seeing where it wants to go. Now the Neo colors are activated with water. So I'm just going in and coloring over the top, or painting over the top of these pieces with just plain water. To get rid of that grainy texture. But again, this is a pretty fast way to color in your neurographic lines. I've finished painting in all of the, oops, I missed one, the areas that are colored with my Neocolor 2 crayons, and make sure they're dry before you do the next step. And the next step that we're going to do, neurographic drawings have what are called field lines. And field lines go through the drawing from one side to the other. I draw them from the left side to the right side. And what they represent, or what they are, is energy, universal energy. And they feel, and the person who created this type of drawing believes that these fields are in the universe, and they're very strong and powerful. And they're like, I would call them, you know, when I say the universe, I mean with a capital U, that power that is holding us all together, and it has a great creative force. Some may call this energy or being God. Others may have other names for this particular idea. But in this type of drawing, it's called field lines. Now, this is a little synchronicity. Yesterday I posted on the Linda Carroll Art Creative Community, mainly in celebration of Martin Luther King Day, this quote from Bruce Lipton. And he says, "May we come together in oneness. The new biology based upon epigenetics. We come together in oneness. The new biology, based in epigenetics and quantum physics, reveal that our personal identities, who we really are as individuals, exist as energies in the field. For physicists, the term field is defined as inevitable moving forces that influence the physical world. Interestingly, the definition of spirit is also defined as invisible moving forces that influence the physical world. On the basis of definition, the terms field and spirit represent the same thing. Physics is revealing the scientific nature of our spiritual existence. Since the field is eternal, our identities as part of the field are also eternal. Our field, or spirit, uses our physical bodies as a virtual reality suit. That enables spirit to create our lives and acquire awareness of our sensory experiences, which include the emotion of love. The cells of our nervous system convert our worldly sensory experiences into neural electromagnetic vibrations that inform our spiritual field with memories of our experiences. So if we're, when we connect, which we surely want to do, our spiritual life, our soul, to the universe, so you'll be in alignment with the universe, we'll, draw these field lines in our drawings, which represent our soul wherever it lives in our being. So what we need to do is take a thicker marker, and I'm going to use these open areas as part of my field lines. Now, the field lines can follow existing lines through your drawing, or you can make new lines through your drawing, however it feels when you are drawing these lines. So I'm going to start over here on this line, and these lines are thicker and very powerful lines. I wasn't really sure where this line was going to go, but it certainly told me which direction to go in. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Okay, so there's one of my field lines. And let's see, I think the other one, I want it here. And they might touch each other. They might intersect each other. They might flow together. Okay. And you'll probably have 3 or 4 of these, maybe more, in your drawing. And this one's intersecting right here. And then it's going off in this direction. And I think this one is going to branch off here. But come back together. And this one is branching off, but coming back together. Okay, and I feel one more. Ink just ran out. Okay. Now, you might think, oh, I had all my beautiful lines in here, but now I have these great big black lines in here, and I'm not sure I really like it. Well, what we need to do is integrate these lines using rounding to the rest of the lines in our drawing. So you go back in, and wherever these lines cross, you'll want to round the edges to integrate all of these field lines with your lines. So you're integrating yourself into the energy field of the universe. And you might want to sharpen these lines as you're working with them. You might want to go back in to your drawing and sharpen lines in your drawing. You may want to smooth out these field lines if that's how you feel when you're working on this. And one thing I really am amazed by, but I just love, are the synchronicities that happen when I'm doing this kind of work. You know, Bruce Lipton, I've read a number of his books, and I did run across the quote yesterday on somebody else's posting having to do with MLK Day or weekend. And I just thought it was so beautiful that I wanted to share it. So I posted it in my community, my Facebook community. And if you're not a member, the link's below, and please join us. It gives me a place to interact with you, and it gives you a place to post artwork that you do and for other people to see and comment on. And I think this year it's going to become more and more exciting as we, you know, are cracking open our beings and other things that we'll be doing. But you know, to have posted that yesterday, and then I wasn't even thinking about these field lines that I wanted to introduce to you today. So I just love that when it happens. So I'm going to continue rounding, and I may go in and add more color to this, or I might like it. I like the way it's flowing across this page, but definitely want to integrate these field lines more. And then I'm going to find a place to use these. I may put these into my, I think I will put these into my my art journal, and so I can have them with me. And I'm also going to write about neurographics in my journal and how I've come to integrate this work in my overall workings that I do, in getting to know myself better and really become more of my authentic self and being aligned with the universe. So I'm gonna put a copy of that quote down below in the description box. If you would like to copy that into your art journal, I'm going to put it in mine. And I will see you again very soon. I hope you enjoyed this, and keep on drawing and creating. Many blessings to you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.